What's going on, everybody? Nightmare Baller One here, and I see that Sanders Robin and Mr. Narrator make great videos. Subscribe to both of them guys. But I see that they both made pretty much videos introducing people to Mr. Narrator. Did a PWG one. Sanders Robin did a ROH one for WWE and TNA fans that may not watch it. Well, I figured I'd do a Chikara one, since I've been following Chikara since 2005, and I know quite a bit about the company. So let's get started. Pretty much a synopsis of Chikara. Chikara is a promotion pretty much ran by Mike Quackenbush, and it was started because he had his own wrestling school, and a lot of the rookies were like green and they didn't really know much to do. Pretty much, they didn't know how to work in front of people. So he started a promotion so the students would get a better feel of how to work in front of a crowd. And then since then, it just got more popular, and like more of the students were able to branch out to other promotions. Like Eddie Kingston has said many times that him and his old partner Black Jack Marciano were the first ones to branch out and go to IWA Mid-South, which is Ian Rotten's promotion in the Midwest, which is true. So I just pretty much want to run down the roster, and kind of the big angles going on right now. First guy I want to talk about is Mike Quackenbush. He's one of the best talents ever to be on the independents. I think that he's one of those guys that he'll never be in the WWE and TNA. He just won't, because he don't have the look or anything like that. But he's definitely one of the most gifted athletes to ever step in a wrestling ring, and 90% of the Chikara roster was trained by this man. So, or at least he had a huge part in training 90% of the roster. I wouldn't say he completely trained them. Alright, next I want to talk about Fist. See, Fist is comprised of Chuck Taylor, Icarus, and Gran Akuma. Icarus and Gran Akuma have been around since the beginning. Like, they're day one, Chikara grads, was Icarus? No, I think Icarus is year 2. I know Gran Akuma is year 1. Icarus might be, I don't know, but they've been together since pretty much the second year of Chikara, and they've stayed together since. And add Chuck Taylor into the mix, you got a formidable trio. So formidable, they won the 2009 King of Trios. So there you go. Alright, next I want to talk about Hallowicked and Frightmare, also known as Incoherence. They used to be Hallowicked, Frightmare, and Delirious, but Delirious was, placed under the influence of Ultraman is Black, and then shortly after that, he was placed. I'll get to Ultraman is Black in a minute, but shortly after that, he was under the influence of BDK, and still is, and I'll get to the BDK at the end. But they're a very talented tag team. Frightmare was the 2009 Wrestling Observer Rookie of the Year, and Hallowicked was actually, in a stable with Ultraman is Black in the early days of Chikara called the Dark Breed. It was him, Hydra, and Ultraman is Black. But yeah, they were, and then he branched off and became a face, and yeah. Alright, next I want to talk about the futures now. It's Jigsaw, Jimmy Olsen, and Helios. Honestly, probably my second favorite trio in Chikara. They're a very talented team. Jimmy Olsen now dons the personality of Equinox because he was involved in a long feud with Vin Gerard, who we'll also get to in a little bit. But and I'll get to why. But yeah, he's a very talented dude. Jigsaw, used to be in a very successful tag team with Shane Storm called Chainsaw. I'll get to Shane Storm in a minute. And Helios, some of you may know him as Ricochet from IWA Mid-South and CZW and other promotions like that. But he lost the match to Chuck Taylor, and he could never be Ricochet could never be in Chikara ever again. So he put on a mask and changed his name to Helios. Alright, next I want to talk about the throwbacks. These guys are just a bundle of fun. Sugar Dunkerton and Dasher Hatfield it's a very fun gimmick, and they're good at what they do, which is getting the crowd hyped for the shows. And Sugar Dunkerton's gimmick is being a basketball player from the '70s, and Dasher Hatfields is being a baseball player from the '20s and '30s. It's really funny when you see them together. Like, they're very, very entertaining tag team. All right, next I want to talk about the Unstable, which is Vin Gerard, Shane Storm, and Colin Delaney. You guys remember Colin Delaney? He was on ECW every week in squash. You know, and Stigma. My bad. That's a Shane Storm. Well, Stigma is Shane Storm because he was Shane Storm, but he got outcast by the Technicals, which are the faces in Chikara, because he taught Chris Hero to counter to the Chikara special. And you know that's a no-no because Chris Hero was a big-time Rudo a couple years ago in Chikara. And so, you know, Vin Gerard convinced him to join the Unstable. And Vin Gerard used to be known as Equinox, but the fans never got behind Equinox. Like, he was terrible back then. You know, he's a little bit better now. Matter of fact, he's a lot better now. But he was terrible back then. And you know, now yeah, like now, you know, he's a lot better, and you know this gimmick works for him. Alright, next I want to talk about the Colony, which is hands down my favorite trio in Chikara. Fire Ant, Soldier Ant, and Green Ant are amazing to watch. They're a very fun team. Fire Ant and Soldier Ant are just coming off a Campeonatos de Parejas title reign, and yeah, they're just a lot of fun. Like, not much to really say about this team. They had an amazing match with Fist last year, in a hair versus mask match, and they came out victorious, so they were able to keep their mask. But Icarus and Chuck Taylor lost their hair. I thought, you know, that match was incredible. Like, a lot of people on YouTube were raving about that. Just look around. Next I want to talk about Eddie Kingston. Definitely my favorite wrestler in Chikara. I think this man cuts the best promos in the industry. Like, you know, he's been there. He's another guy that's been there since almost the beginning. And, you know, I got a lot of respect for him. He's a very, very talented dude. Without a doubt. Like, definitely one of my favorites, period. Alright, then finally, I want to talk about... No, not yet. I want to talk about Ultramanus Black now. Ultramanus Black is, well, he was the leader of his own stable. But now, of the Order of the Neo Solar Temple. Also another guy that's been in Chikara since nearly the beginning. You know, he's done a lot for the promotion, and, you know, he, in addition to just, you know, angles and stuff, he does a lot of commentary also. But, definitely one of the founding fathers of Chikara, and one of the reasons why, well, the reason why the major angle in Chikara is going on now, which I will get to right now, the BDK, the Brutishaft Christ, I can't say it, Claudio Castagnoli, Aries, Terces, Tim Donts, Sarah Del Rey, Daisy Hayes, Lindsay Dorado, Pinky Sanchez, and Delirious. Like, this stable has pretty much taken Chikara by the balls. A student from the Chikara Wrestling Academy, I cannot think of his name right now, somehow, someway became the director of fun of Chikara, and they have taken over this company. Like, and it did, like, the way they won King of Trios at the end of the way they won King of Trios this year with Derek Sabato, who longtime Chikara fans know for his evil deeds back in the day. Like, he was outcast from Chikara for pretty much being the cause of a lot of drama and politics in Chikara back in the day. And, you know, he came back and screwed the Colony out of the title of King of Trios. In addition to the Colony having the title, the BDK having the title of King of Trios, Claudio Castagnoli and Aries are also the Campeones de Parejas, which are the tag team titles in Chikara, which are the main belts in Chikara because there is no singles title. If you want to count the Young Lions Cup, which also is in the control of the BDK because Tim Donts has it. So pretty much this group, you know, is the force in Chikara right now. And honestly, the storyline's been handled really well. And I can't really go into depth about the other characters, you know, the other people in the BDK, but just know if you want to get in Chikara, The BDK is the hill group right now, and this is the angle going on in Chikara. I hope this helped a little bit of people, and I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.